Hey guys, um, I'm laughing because I just don't want to get too angry, but I also kind of want to vent. So, but also noticing my hair is kind of doing a comic booky Sabrina teenage witch thing. If it was blonde, though, the ends didn't seem to pick up as much color as I would have liked. But I only put the color in for 20 minutes. Or it just could be the fact that this is warm lighting. I don't know. Sorry. Being distracted. So, this isn't going to be a long update. Oh, but look at my cute top. Don't look at the cleavage. Holy shit. I did not realize. But the spider web pattern. That's what I wanted you to pay attention to. Um, that was embarrassing. So today was supposed to be my first appointment with the weight management / cardio metabolic team. Last two times didn't work. The person I was originally supposed to see, she wasn't part of the team anymore, so they had to reschedule me to see the actual doctor. It was supposed to be an EKG and other stuff followed by a virtual appointment. That was supposed to happen last week. That got canceled on me and rescheduled because the doctor was sick. Okay. Everything seems to be going fine today. My ride is set up. I get a text saying, we're going to see you at 3. Everything's going great. I'm waiting downstairs. I get picked up. The guy who's picking me up is actually really friendly. We started talking about music. Apparently, we both love Rush. We were both devastated when Neil Peart died. It was just good, but he kept saying that the drop-off point was supposed to be the Lord's Towers, and I was like, that doesn't sound right because the cardiometabolic team, their offices are in the Lord's Pavilion. It used to be a mall here. It's kind of been repurposed into a different thing. A Dave and Buster's is supposed to be opening there. A BJ's, which is a food store, like a supermarket, is supposed to be opening there, kind of like a Costco. There's like a membership thingy and whatnot. A Big Dick's opened. Dick's Sporting Goods, for those who aren't familiar with the Northeast. They kind of opened up like a bigger Dick's. It has like it's gonna have like an ice skating rink, so you can like actually use some of the equipment to test it out ahead of time. I think our local not professional hockey, but semi-professional hockey team is supposed to be able to use it for practice, I think. It's like a bigger deal than just a sporting goods store. But also in it is the gym that I want to go to, and there's also a physical therapy area, and then the cardiometabolic people. There's also a pharmacy, actually. That's where I get my naltrexone filled. So there's a lot of different things in what's known as the pavilion now. Oh, there's also a brewery / restaurant. There's a lot of things in it. It used to be a sizable mall. So that's where I was sure that I was supposed to go to. But the direction or the address and everything that the driver had was basically the main Lord / Guthrie. Guthrie Bottom, so I don't know where they're at now in their merger or what they're going to be called. So the main Lord's hospital. That's where he did drop me off. Not the right place. It wasn't the right place. But I guess it's good that he didn't listen to me, or else he might have gotten in trouble. Because once I found out that I was dropped off at the wrong place, I called the BC Transit people. And I was like, well, I'm not in the right place. I'm supposed to go to this place instead. And they're like, well, MAS Transportation, which is the people that kind of had the local chain of Medicaid transportation. I'm not sure how to describe it. But MAS Transportation is what I go through to get my Medicaid transportation. So he says that apparently they can only take me to the address they have and then home. So I'm like, okay, well, can you just take me home then? And I had to basically word it in 4 different ways before this guy was clued in that, oh, so you want us to come pick you up now and bring you home? Yes, I don't want to be sitting in front of the hospital for 2 fucking hours waiting to go home. So he's like, yeah, well, we'll have someone there in 15 minutes. Okay. It was the same guy, and it cracked me up, which I appreciated so much, because as soon as he saw me, he did one of these. Like, what's going on? And I did. Because I didn't want to stay mad about it. I mean, even now I'm trying not to be as angry as I know I'm entitled to be, especially when I tell you about the rescheduling, because I'm not done. But hold on. By the way, I was so fucking ready to go for this appointment. I put drink in this thing. I had my ass cushion with me. I had my tablet, my phone. Like, I was ready for this. I was nervous, but I was ready for this. So, as I'm getting into the return trip, one of the receptionists from the weight loss team gets back to me. And I'm apologizing. Because this time well, it's not my fault. But it's not their fault. So I'm the one apologizing. And my next appointment with them, which is a take 3 on the first appointment with them, is 2:30 p.m. on April 30th. So basically, not the end of next month, but the end of the month following. And I even asked, I was like, that's the soonest you have? Because at this point, I would have taken a morning appointment if I had to. I might have been a rather grumpy Dessa, but I would have made it happen. But she was like, no, that's our next opening. Okay, I'll take it. So it might be too late to call the Medicaid cap people. It's 3:36. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm starting to get a low headache, so I don't want to fucking deal with the Medicaid cap people today. Technically, I have an appointment tomorrow that I also have to go to, but thankfully, I've been there before. The address is fucking in there. There's no way to fuck it up. And that's to see Dr. Martin, my general practitioner. So, There is no way to fuck this up unless the cab just doesn't fucking show up. And it will be a cab this time. And I just found out that apparently the cab I've been using, they're actually closing at the end of the month. It seems like it's either the city or the state has just put too many laws into effect for cab companies, especially, I guess, Courtesy is the only 24-hour cab company that we have in the area anymore, which strikes me as odd, especially since we have at least 2 SUNY campuses in our area. So, and that's like lots of student housing. We have tons of bars. It's astounding to me. But apparently the guy who owns it is just saying that it's not financially viable for him to keep the place open anymore. So he's closing it, and now I gotta try out basically the other cab companies, and hopefully the one they started me off first will be what works. Mike's Taxi, which I heard is just another word for yellow taxi. And I know it's yellow taxi, it's just generic. There's like a yellow taxi in every fucking city, but hopefully the service will at least be decent. I liked Courtesy because they actually had a second number just for Medicaid cab. And so when I needed to call them in regards to my cab, whether that was picking me up, making sure to call in that I was, on their list, that I was getting a cab pick up that day, I could call that number and, I'd be in touch with that person. It was far more convenient. So I'm actually a little disappointed about that. So I don't know, hopefully this Mike's will also be good. I'm bummed about it. I'm bummed about the missed appointment today as well. I'm nervous about it, but I wasn't, just in case it needs to be said, I was not intentionally making sure that I didn't get this appointment. Just so we're clear. And maybe I'm feeling a tiny bit guilty for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I was downstairs watching the premiere of the Foodie Booty stuff, and her and Amber, they lie so fucking much. So maybe I'm feeling secondhand shame. I don't know. But no, I wanted to know potentially what my options were. I wanted to ask about, if there was an option to get like a discounted gym membership if I'm going through their program. Shit like that. Like, I want to get these questions answered. I want to know if they can even help me. I mean, if they're going to go, look, if you're not going to go on the Ozempic or the Wegovy or any of those drugs, then we're not going to help you. Then I know that that's just it. Because, the longer people have now been using these drugs, the more problematic it seems like it's becoming. I know I've touched base on it before, but in case other people haven't watched those other videos, first of all, there are side effects in taking the medication, just first and foremost. Pretty much every medication tends to have side effects. It's just what it is. And what the fuck sound was that? I'm sorry. So, I'm sorry, I'm still puzzling over the noise that. Apparently, it can cause just all sorts of gastrointestinal issues because it's basically fucking with your stomach. I mean, it's making you feel fuller faster because it is. It's basically making your stomach think that it's smaller than it is. There is ways that it's doing that. It's not just a mind trick. It's like physically doing not literal shit, but shit down in there. Um, and that can go awry. And then, um, and they at least make this clear when they send you the initial paperwork and everything, when you get off the waiting list to actually start being seen by them, that if you start any medicine regimen through them, that you're basically agreeing to them have a lifelong commitment to that medication, barring any sort of emergency intervention that might be needed. You know, an adverse side effect, um, or something to that nature, like would cause you to stop using it. You know, if it's your life or being skinny, thankfully they'll let you choose your life. But I mean, there are issues with the meds, and then additionally, you if apparently you don't continue taking it in perpetuity, is that the technically the right phrase to use? Basically forevermore. If you're not willing to take it forevermore, it's been shown, I want to say at least 90% of all people who have been taking these medications, that when they stop, they will put that weight back on and potentially even more. I think because they no longer have that stuff kind of blocking that you know, then it's not creating that full sensation. It's not doing what it's doing. Your brain then goes, well, we got a lot more room, so we gotta fucking fill it. And the thing is because I was already doing portions and I was already doing intermittent fasting and calorie counting, I think my stomach's more naturally shrunk over the years as it is. Because I can have like a can of soup and some crackers or some rolls with it, or, you know, but just a 16-ounce can of like Progresso soup and like a handful of oyster crackers, and I'm kind of set to go. I mean, I will feel full with that. Will it get me through 12 hours? Maybe. Depends on how much I drink. But I think, again, my weight loss lately has been slowed because trying to get on a proper sleep schedule, trying to change my fasting into a window as opposed to the 2 meals a day. I've just been having different upheavals that have not been regulated yet. So that's why I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. But the thing, I mean, I've been able to lose about 120 pounds on my own, really, without those sorts of medications, without surgery. So I just, I mean, I'm willing to hear them potentially talk about surgery, but as far as the medication goes, those medications, like I'm open to potentially other medications that might help maybe suppress appetite better, but I don't believe that I need something so extreme. And so that's where my nervousness is stemming from in this. And that's why in the end, as nervous as I was feeling, I really wanted this appointment because I need to know if this is the only time I'm actually even going to be talking to them. Or, if they're like, well, actually, that's cool that you don't want to use that method. We have these other methods and we're able to still help you. That's what I want to hear, ideally. And if they're just willing to jump on this popularity train for this medication and that's all they're willing to do, then I'm not 100% sure that I'd want to work with them anyway. You know what I mean? People were losing weight before this stuff was around. So why do I need it? That's how I feel about it. Like, I want to lose the weight, but not that way. And I'm really hoping they'll understand. And thankfully, I think a lot of my frustration and everything has drained out. I'm actually feeling a little bit tired, which is not good. Means I'm going to have to take some caffeine to try to stay up so I go to bed at a decent hour. Because, again, I'm trying to get my sleep schedule in order. And I do have an appointment to go to tomorrow. Muffin. Is Rumble chasing you? ¿Qué pasó? You want me to move this bag? Go ahead. Muffin. Aquí. Muffin. Ven acá. Ven. You want to. Muffin. Muffin. You look like you're about to run around. You got the senior zoomies? Yeah. Oh, no, your finger got stuck. Because he has extra toes, when he kind of sticks his claws into furniture, sometimes they are more prone to get stuck. And I'm sorry to get very close to the camera, but I want to pet a Muffin. And he's decided to lay in the box that I have intentionally placed next to the couch. Like, I pushed the sides of the box in, so it basically creates like a tray. Helps you feel safer, doesn't it? I love my kitties. And apparently, because I heard someone comment on it, oh, excuse me. If you watch at least one of the shorts that features him, why? Well, You laid down so I couldn't keep petting you. You were out of reach. What are you doing? Ti amo. But apparently if you watch one or both of the shorts that feature Muffin, I don't know if it's Carb Overload or the other one or both, but you can definitely hear him purring, I've heard. So if you want some senior kitty ASMR, go listen to those shorts. um, if only he'd actually fall asleep next to me, it would be ideal. But he's been with me a long while. Just before Halloween, 2011. So not as old as Trouble yet, but he is a senior cat now, officially. I believe 10 and older is considered a senior. I know age 4 and above is considered an adult. What the? I'm growing out my bangs, so those little bits you see right there, that's because I'm wearing a headband. Yeah, I'm doing the cat grooming. I can't say it, but I'm doing it. I'm such a fucking weirdo. And this isn't me trying to be Amberlynn coded, by the way. I'm just realizing how fucking weird I am. I think I'm gonna wrap things up here. I feel like I sufficiently complained, kind of updated people on what's going on with things. April is going to be an eventful month for me because that will be, hopefully, fingers crossed, when I also do glasses and hopefully contacts. Because I still want to wear glasses, but I also want to be able to do things like apply makeup and be able to see while I'm doing that. Shave my legs in the shower and be able to see while I'm doing that. Muck with my hair and be able to see while I'm doing that. Basically anything that would require me taking off my glasses and thus not being able to see anymore. Like, jinkies my glasses. It's not bad when I take them off. Like, anything that far is pretty blurry. And that includes faces. Definitely text in any form. It's bad. And I may or may not be entering a bifocal area. I don't know if it's that or if my nearsightedness, like actually being able to read up close, has improved so much that I have to sometimes look over my glasses in order to read better. Whether that's on my phone or the tablet. So I guess that would still put me in the bifocal territory, but it's not because it's gotten worse, but because it's gotten better. I suppose we'll find out. So, yep, as it stands, I see Dr. Martin tomorrow. next week. I see my pain doctor on the 6th. I talk to Matthew again on the 7th. And that's currently where I'm at with my appointments. Whee! But the weather is actually really fucking nice today. So that was actually really nice. There was no snow. It wasn't cold. Let me see if it says 52 degrees according to my watch. Though my phone is now, oh wait, that's percentage. Never mind. I was going to say my watch says 67, but I just had a blonde moment. I apologize to all the intelligent blondes. You know I don't mean you. I'm sorry. I think that's the elder Gen Xer in me. I still say some jokes that might be a little insensitive. Please don't take it personally. That was strictly regarded towards myself. Yeah. I'm just feeling drained now. It's been a day. So I'm gonna stop this and start up on getting it uploaded. For those who know where I hang out, I will be in, well, Nerfy's Discord. I hope your week is going to be going better than mine is. I am starting to work on putting articles and stuff together for my lists of things to share as far as my vitamins, supplements, and medications go. I should have been doing better about it, but I was distracted some because of this appointment and again being nervous. But now I have to wait until fucking April, the end of April, no less. So yeah, I got time now. So do expect some videos coming soon on that. But if you're still in a cold, temperate place, please keep warm. If you're in a place that's too warm, be sure to keep hydrated. Keep hydrated anyways. Please be taking any and all medications, especially those you're prescribed. I love you guys, and we'll talk again soon.